Hello! How are we all doing? So, you may have noticed the title of this stream is a little bit different, and the fact you're seeing a webcam as well makes this a little bit different. The original plan was I wasn't going to be doing any more streams until Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out. Turns out, we have a lot of free time on our hands. So, I thought, as I want to go to Disney later this year, and we are planned to go to Disney later this year, but there's a high risk it might not happen at the minute, that I would have a play of Disneyland Adventures. Now, full disclosure, this is a game I have played before, probably a year or so ago since I last played it, but never fully completed. So, what I'm going to do, we're going to start a new game on a new slot, and we're going to see how far we get on. Probably going to do an hour and a half today. Just want to start things off today. As usual, we'll have a chat box open, and well, literally as I say that, Swish pops up with just a little bit of free time. Just a touch, Swish, just a touch. So, yeah, I think I should show you what I'm working with today. So, I've actually taken one of my PlayStation controls and plugged it into my computer so that I can play it with a controller for once. Because last time I played this, I played it with a keyboard, which, it worked for me, but I think I'll try something different this time, and if it doesn't work out, do you know what? It doesn't work out. But with all that said, I think it's time we brought the game into play. Now, I haven't tested the sound levels, so please tell me quickly if anything's too loud or too quiet or whatever, and I can work it out. I've got the mixer right here. So, with that being said, let's make sure I don't blow you out first. So, if I can get switches in the comments, if you can just tell me if I need to say anything up or down in a minute first before I move on. You know what? I'm going to move my face to the other side. Oh, that didn't work out well, did it? There we go. I did check this beforehand, but apparently I didn't check it very well, so let's try again. There we go. Sound levels. So, you can see, actually I did that's going to be about a third off. How does that look, Swish? You also need the webcam about 70% of current size. So make it smaller? Is that what you're saying, Swish? Music is drowning me out. Okay. Turn it down for me as well, because it's a little loud in my headphones. What about now, Swish? Going to move the microphone a little bit closer as well, see if that helps you hear me better. Let's make the webcam smaller, okay. So, should we go with that? Okay, we're going to go with that then, assuming the sounds are good now, and well, I can already see from the bars that my microphone's a bit louder, so hopefully that should work things out fine. So yeah, you can see it does have today's date on it because I did have a little play earlier just to make sure the controller did work, but I really didn't do much. So what we're going to do we're going to take Minnie Mouse's slot and create a new game. So, here we go. So here we are flying through Main Street, USA, heading towards the castle. This is the Disneyland in California, the original Disneyland. I have visited this place once before, back in 2017, but this game is based on the design in 2011. The distinct difference is they were building Star Wars Land when I went, and they hadn't even conceived of it when this was built. So the first thing you do, as with any good game, apparently, is you decide if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I'm going to be a boy. And then you choose your face. So I would probably... You get 4 faces. Generic white, generic dark. That one's okay. And then that one... Orientation, that sort of thing. I'll probably go with that one. Then you get to choose your hair. And as much as I like that, I don't think that's me. I'd probably go with that one, but yes, that's a bit more me. And finally, your clothes. So normally you'd find me wearing a hoodie if I'm out and about. Not in Disney, it's too hot for that. Well, not in Disney, California or Florida. So, let's just find a decent t-shirt. Not much decent t-shirts. Let's go with that one, I like that one. And then legs, I don't wear shorts. Let's just be clear on it, I don't wear shorts. I'm normally in black or blue jeans, so let's go blue. Why not? I can't change it once I go past this point. Well, I might be able to actually. Well, I'm going with it. Now, the one thing that does irritate me slightly, I don't think the mouse makes it disappear, but with the controls, you'll see at the bottom it has the B, Y, A, and the scroll right, scroll up in RB and LB. Well, straight off, LB and RB are actually L1 and R1, which are the front ones, not the back ones. A is X on the controller. B would be circle. And Y would be, I think, square. Because basically this is a Microsoft game, so it will always show the Microsoft controls. But anyway, let's continue. And confirm.
Hey there, pal. I'm Mickey Mouse. It's great to meet ya.
Hiya, pal.
Gosh, pal, I was hoping to get some of my friends' autographs today, but I've been so busy with the Toontown Mayor election that I haven't had the chance. Say, do you think you could ask Donald to sign this book for me? I'd sure appreciate it.
Okay, so this is the reason I moved my webcam to the other side. You can actually see this.
I'd sure like to hear about all the fun things you've been doing.
Shut up, Mickey. You can see there's some controls on the right-hand side there. So upward does this.
Yeah.
A high five. Left, because you've got to give the characters a hug.
Aw, I love getting hugs.
Right is to ask for their autograph.
You'd like my autograph? Wow, what an honor. Gosh, I bet you're gonna get lots of autographs, huh, pal?
And down, which looks like bowing, is actually dancing.
Cool dance moves, pal.
So,
Belong, thanks for getting Donald's autograph for me.
Mickey wants me to go get Donald's autograph.
Beauty Castle looks extra
But what we're going to do, we're going to have a little explore down Main Street, USA. I'm not going to go into any of the lands for now. We're just going to go down Main Street. Obviously, you can see Sleeping Beauty's castle there. The icon of the park. What you can just about make out there is the Matterhorn, which is apparently the first steel tube roller coaster in America, I think I saw earlier. Then one of the Main Street vehicles. You can normally ride up and down these in the mornings if you go to one of the Disney parks. The afternoons they like to keep Main Street clear for parades well, crowds basically. Entrance to Tomorrowland with what's called the French Fry Rocks. They have been removed in the last year, I believe. And you've got the Orbitron right in the front there. And we've got the Plaza Inn, which I believe is Crystal Palace in Paris and Florida, although I think Crystal Palace is over on this side in Florida. Shouldn't touch my face. And then you get all the usual shops, so a photo supply shop, refreshment corner, crowds getting in the way as I'm trying to walk through, although they do get out of the way here. You notice we walk past Donald. I'll come back to Donald in a minute, don't worry about that. Yes, I'm fetch questing autographs. There's some weird quests in this. This is more the nostalgia of going around Disneyland itself. As you go around as well, also, you'll find coins lying around. This is literally your currency. And later on in this stream, I'll show you what you can buy with them. So you've got the Main Street Cinema up here as well. Which, again, you can't go in this particular attraction, unfortunately, but if you go in there, there's normally 6 cartoons showing all around you. We've got Jimberly here, as Justin Scard, YouTuber, calls him. I have no idea what his real name is. He's just a random Indian that stood on Main Street who's watched almost every guest coming in. There was a period where he was off for maintenance or whatever, but for the most part, he's always been there from the point they opened the park.
Well, ball me up and throw me away. Will you look at that? Want to see where it goes?
That's how you get into the attractions. Portals like that. So this one here, I believe, yeah, the Fireworks Spectacular. We're going to leave it for now. We will do that at some point. We're not here to do attractions just yet. There's more shops here, more coins. Let's collect all those. Always good to collect coins where you can. Because, of course, this is Disney. Everything's expensive, so get as many coins as you can. We've got here great moments with Mr. Lincoln. Now, I didn't actually go in this last time I went to California, and I'm not sure when I'm next going to get the chance to go there, so this is one of those I don't know if I'll ever get to go inside of, but we'll see. Oh, sorry, just seeing your comments switch. Could you imagine this in VR? I would love this in VR.
Counting on us to help.
That would be amazing. And now we're playing Portal. Yeah. Speaking of VR, or kind of speaking of VR, or how to play this game, the original release of this was on the Xbox 360 in 2011. And it was a Kinect game. Purely Kinect. So you couldn't play with a controller like I am now, or keyboard and mouse, which I did last time. This is the park gates, how you get into the park. And if you can go up to the gates, you can't go through them, obviously. If you look on the other side, there's a little sign that says California. That's where Disney's California Adventure is. Now, the California letters have actually gone quite a while ago, and they've changed the ticket booths to be more like Disney Hollywood Studios ticket booths, as part of a major revamp of Disney California Adventure, because it wasn't well received when it first opened, but that's obviously now been resolved. This is the Disneyland Railroad Station. So when we go back through the other side, I'll show you how you get on the railroad, but that is the train that takes you all the way around the outside of the park. So it's going you, not the Connect. Well, yes, the Connect. And where I said you had to do you got to dance with the characters, there are some characters where you have missions where you have to stand in certain poses. It doesn't translate well into a controller, it just basically happens. But I can see how it would work on the Connect. Anyway, yes, so you got the railroad there, and I'll show you the railroad station on the other side when we get there. More coins. All these tourists just dropping coins. If only that happened for real. Well, that's be dollar notes, I guess. At both sides of the station, you've got these arches which have these signs up here, which are pretty much at every Magic Kingdom style park. Here you leave today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow and fantasy. It's the same in Florida, and in Paris it's slightly different, but not by much. It's the same sentiment. And as you go under the arches you get all these wonderful posters advertising the rides. And that's just a callback to when you actually had to buy tickets for each ride. Now you just get a ticket to the actual park instead. More coins. And you can go on guided tours behind the scenes of Disneyland, Disney World. You get booths like this to go on those. So just double back towards the railway station. And that's the exit stairs. I thought there was a ramp, but maybe I'm wrong on that. Oh no, there's definitely no ramp here, sorry, because we couldn't get my mum on this with the wheelchair. That was frustrating. Anyway, this is the train station up here, and what you normally do, you go through the middle door, which again, guess what? This ride is not an option for this game. But when you go through the middle door, you can come out the station building, either to the left or to the right. And get on the train, which will take you around the park. Same on both sides. It's a proper steam train. I believe it's the original steam trains from when they opened the park, but, well, I'm not that good, I'm afraid. You'll notice this yellow or gold spark that comes away from me all the time. That's just telling me where I should be going for my current mission. And, of course, you have the American flag. Well, if you go up Main Street, that is the only flag that is a current official flag. All the other flags have less stars on them. The common rumour is it was just so they don't have to take the flags down at the end of the day. Because technically if you're on a American flag, the flag code says it should be retreated at the end of every day. The reality is this is designed to be a turn of the century town or middle of the 20s or something like that. And that's the number of stars they would have had on the flag at that time.
Fireworks! You're gonna find a lot of bargains inside.
Ah, a lot of bargains now. Oh, before I do that, let's just go over here. This innocuous building is the Disneyland Fire Department. It is not a real fire station, it is just for show. But you see the light up there. When you go to the park, you can actually see the light that bulb's coming from. That light was turned on whenever Walt was in the park. And that was just to tell the workers, the boss is in, behave yourselves. After he died, that light was left on permanently to signify that he's always watching over.
Oh,
I think that's quite a nice touch from Disney.
Love signing autographs.
You've seen a few characters. We've seen Pluto, Daisy, Goofy. Well, we're about to see Goofy there, and Donald.
Maybe I should put on some sunglasses. After all, I am.
You also see these invisible chests. They do nothing right now, but they will do later.
Sure are a lot of families here today. That's nice.
And then you've got a penny arcade. And genuinely, they have a penny arcade in Disneyland in California. It's a bit deeper than this, but again, it's one of those things. It's not necessary for the game. Again, I will come back to Donald. More coins to collect. Okay, and at the top end of Main Street, in what is a fairly recent addition, we have the partner statue, Walt and Mickey. I believe it was in the 90s that was put in, and they've got one at Florida in the Magic Kingdom, and also in Paris at Walt Disney Studios. It's not in the centre of the park in Paris because they use that area for something else. And I don't know about any of the Asian parks, unfortunately. I've never been there. Now you also get these wonderful park guides that appear randomly around the place. They're called Karen. Not that kind of Karen though. And if you interact with her, which it says X, but it actually means
it's up to you.
Square.
But did you know that the landscaping at Disneyland includes more than 800 species of plants from around the world? With roughly 17,000 trees and 100,000 shrubs, it's one of the most extensive botanical collections in the western United States. Beautiful, too. It was a pleasure to visit with you. I hope we see each other again.
Basically, every time you talk to her, she has another bit of trivia about the parks.
Dancing and music. You'll be treated
We won't be
just
talking
like
too much to her
royalty.
at this point, but she's there if anyone ever wants any trivia. Oh, swish. His frozen head doesn't exist. That is an urban myth that has been there for I do not know how long. I just remembered about these coins here, that's why I'm coming back here, by the way. And I believe, yeah, there's some over there. So I think it's time we went to speak to Donald and got his autograph.
Hey, don't forget, Mickey's counting on us to help.
So these are pretty standard controls on the controller. Left stick moves me around like that. Right stick moves my camera. It's a little quick for my liking on the analog stick, but there's not a lot I can do about that if I'm being honest. Oop, I'm trying to press X, square.
My autograph? But of course, your friends will be jealous. I'm going to be mayor of Toontown. Vote for Donald. Better take this book to Mickey.
So apparently he's going to be mayor of Toontown. I thought Mickey was the mayor, but anyway.
Time to shine, huh?
Give me a chance to speak, Donald. Let's do the usual. High five.
Thanks, my friend. An autograph from
We'll do the autograph again because this will be for me rather than for Mickey.
Thanks for asking. Here you go.
And then a kind of dance.
You got some great dance.
I've forgotten about this dance. It's not exactly a dance, is it? Whatever. Okay. I think we're done with him.
Don't forget about the book.
Check it out! Whatever you did made me glow again! Oh, see this bar? That's how much magic we got! Guess what happens when it reaches the top? I don't know, but I sure want to be here when it does!
Okay. The parade is not for me. So now we're going back to see Mickey. Oh yeah, we've got the Omni Mover here, which is a double-decker bus, basically. I've ridden bottom and top deck of that. It's an easy way to get up and down Main Street. Hello, Minnie. We'll talk to you later, I'm sure. And then back to the big cheese himself, Mickey Mouse.
Wow! You got Donald's autograph. Thanks, pal. But actually, this autograph book's not for me. It's for Goofy. He's been wanting an autograph collection, and I thought it might be nice to help him get started. Do you think you could bring the book to him?
Okay.
So long. Oh, and thanks for giving the book to Goofy. You know, maybe I could learn how to juggle.
Let me catch up with the comments here. Yeah, Frozen Head Fire Station, yeah, that's
Maybe we
another myth.
could,
Not
cancel
Karen Hyde's the
something, or-
manager, yeah.
What do you say?
And just as long as Toontown doesn't have a dip influx, will
Did you
Chris
forget
get
what
the
you were gonna
reference?
say?
You can take it from my look.
Hi.
No, I do not.
Hope you have a
Anyway,
great day.
let's,
You know,
sure, I want to talk to Minnie because why not?
Oh, it's so nice to see everyone. Hello.
Hi, Minnie.
Hello, dear. My name is Minnie Mouse, and I'm very happy to meet you. Have you given the autograph book to Goofy yet? Oh, it was such a sweet idea for you and Mickey to do this for him.
High five. Hug. Of course, Minnie's up for a hug.
Oh, you're a good hugger. My signature? Oh, it would be my pleasure.
Now, of course, all the
I'm so
furry
happy you
characters,
asked. Thank you.
as opposed to face characters, they don't talk in the parks. There was a time where there was a talking Mickey Mouse, but it was all pre-recorded dialogue, where I think it was the way they moved their fingers or something that triggered certain things we said. I'm not 100% sure, but that's been discontinued now, I believe.
Goodbye. Don't forget to bring that book to Goofy.
Hold your horses.
Oh yeah, Toontown's setting for Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Dip. Yeah, I know about Dip. Yeah, sorry, I was totally forgot about that bit. And actually, in the real Disneyland, Toontown does feature a Roger Rabbit ride. Roger Rabbit's
Goofy. They'll
Toontown
give you an
Spin, I
autograph.
believe.
Over here! Howdy, sport. I'm Goofy. I don't believe we've met before. Wowee! Donald signed that for me.
Gosh.
Thanks. Yowza! Gosh. One Goofy autograph for my best Goofy pal. Here you go. All signed just for you. That's some style.
That's definitely a Goofy dance, isn't it?
Goodbye. Au revoir.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Hover over the
I
map.
didn't press that.
It'll show us all of Disneyland.
Okay. Apparently we're going to look at the park map.
Look at it. Okay, I get how this works. This map will help us find characters, attractions, shops, just about anything we want. Except secrets, of course. So, you got lots of choices. Where you want to go first?
Okay. So, with this map, you can see all the different areas of Disneyland. We've got, in fact, let's just take my camera off so you can see everything, hopefully. Main Street USA, which I've already shown you everywhere. Adventureland, which has a couple of rides. New Orleans Square. New Orleans Square's got the Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean, or Caribbean, depending on where you're from. Critter Country, which has a couple of rides, Winnie the Pooh, Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain, famously after the controversial Disney film that has never seen a release on home media in the USA. What did in Europe, weirdly. Frontierland, that's very much a Cowboys and Indians area. Toontown, we've already talked about, we'll be going there shortly. Fantasyland, which is very much your princess fairy tale sort of area. And Tomorrowland, which is a futuristic area, or it's supposed to be a futuristic area. And one of the things Disney has always struggled with is the fact that the future is always changing. Today's future could be tomorrow's present. So what looked like the future in the 50s and 60s really looked quite dated by the 80s. But that's the way it is. Sorry, I'll just be 1 second while I sort something out here. Sorry, just had a little situation there. Anyway, moving back to this. Right. So, if I just stop for a second, it'll tell me where we're going next. I think we're going
somewhere without me.
Psst, Mickey needs to see you. I can tell.
I guess we're going to see a Mickey.
Sure are a lot of families here today.
Oh, hang on, where's that going? No, still going up. Let's go speak to Pluto. Now, he's one of the few characters that Disney never has talking. Ooh, whatever. So we've collected 5 out of 6 of the sensational 6, it's saying there. There'll be a bit more information on that in a minute, so let's just finish off these interactions. A hug with Pluto's always good. If only those ears moved like that in the park. And is Mickey still at the end here? Yeah, Mickey's still here.
You don't have this one. You should see this place at night.
You know, maybe it's your own magical camera. If you'd like, you can practice taking a picture of me. Here, I'll pose and you can take my picture. Okay?
Well, fold my feet. It's magic. Whoopee!
There's nothing like being here on a sunny day.
Everybody, look
Okay. So we're now going to use the camera to take a picture with Mickey Mouse. Now, to select the camera,
Here we are.
I believe, yeah,
Gosh,
it's R1.
Sure is a nice sunny
And
day.
there's the camera. And then it says LT, so that's a trigger. Yep, that'll be L2.
Oh boy, let's stand like this. You got it. You'll be a pro with that camera in no time.
That's one for the album. I've given you a few albums to get started with, but I know there's more out there. Maybe we can get them from the shops.
So I mentioned the shops earlier. You get photo albums from there. You get autograph books from there as well. Mickey's got another exclamation mark, which means there's more to do here now. So let's interact with him again.
Say, pal, could you help me out again? I'm making a photo album for Minnie, but I still need pictures of Goofy and Donald. Would you mind finding Goofy and taking his picture for me? Thanks. I'd love to talk to you. Kinda quiet, huh? Aw, that's okay. I'm not in a hurry. See ya! And thanks again for helping me get Goofy's picture. Did you forget what you were gonna say?
Sorry about that. Obviously, with the current situation, I am getting a few inquiries relating to that and myself. So, if I do go off and stop talking, it's probably I'm dealing with one of those. Right. So it says to talk to Goofy and get a picture with him. I am apparently holding a camera still. I'm not going to change that. I'm just going to leave that going. So I'll tell you what, actually, just while we've got a second, let's just show you a bit more of the pause menu, which we saw the map earlier. You get this wonderful journal here, and that is telling you what quest you're on at the minute, which at the minute there's only one quest. It's Mickey's photo album. It's basically help Mickey Mouse complete a photo album for Minnie. Go talk to Goofy. And then on the right, oh, no, none of the controls are doing anything here. Okay, but you can show on map exactly where you've got to go, which is telling me I've got to go to Main Street, and the exclamation mark is above Goofy. Why is it showing Mickey at the front of the park all of a sudden? We might have to check that one out. Also shows you where the shop is as well. And you get a nice little shortcut to go to the fireworks or go to the entrance. And that's the top part of the hub. Well, we've already seen all that. Let's just come out of all that. Get game progress, so it's talking about secrets, attractions, hidden Mickeys and adventures. There's not a lot to say on these just yet for each area. Apparently we've completed 8% of Mickey's Toontown. Oh yeah, it's showing where I am at the minute. I'm guessing that's because Mickey's mission is purely to do Mickey's Toontown. Got photo albums. So there's a photo album of hidden Mickeys and a photo album of photo passes. Photo passes are Disney landmarks apparently, which I guess things like the castle, that sort of thing. And hidden Mickeys, well, a hidden Mickey is basically anywhere you see basically that symbol there, the 3 circles, that is a hidden Mickey, and they're hidden all over all of the parks around the world. Autograph books. So to get a character's autograph, you've got to have their autograph book. We've got the autograph book for the Sensational 6. So you can see that includes a mysterious one, which I think will be Daisy. Donald Duck, number 1 apparently. Gosh, love Goofy. That's the worst Goofy I've ever done. Your pal Mickey. Love and Kisses Minnie Mouse. And then Pluto with a heart, a paw and a bone. And yes, they do sign autographs like that in the parks. And then pin badges. Well, I don't think we'll have any pin badges. Oh no, we've got 2. Hello. Adventure pins. So far we've got a pin for Goofy. And a pin for the special camera. It's so special it actually looks pretty similar to my phone, although my phone's got 3 cameras on the back of it. What else? Anything else on the menu of notes? You've got the options, the controls, the credits, and yes, there is an option to change the avatar in the middle of the game, and you can quit the game. So, here's Goofy.
Over here!
Over there.
Oh, I'd love to pose for a picture. Come on, let's pose together.
So this is where, in the Connect, I would expect you to actually make the pose. But obviously, you can't really do that on a controller. You probably could find a way to do it, but right now
Donald
they
lost
haven't.
his hat on the Matterhorn, and he won't take any photos without his lucky hat. If you want his picture, you're gonna have to find it pronto.
Yep, that's our first ride. So, just going to... So that one.
I'm not in a hurry. I'll just do what I do and smile for the Camry.
The reason I'm doing a second picture is the first one doesn't count towards your photo album, just purely because it's part of a mission, which I think is a bit rubbish, to be honest with you. I think it should all count towards your photo album.
Good luck, pal.
And your photo album.
No one's better at finding stuff than you. Snow one. That's funny. Gorge, nothing like a sunny day in the park.
I'm just going to go back down and we'll go speak to Daisy, because I saw her down in the central hub here.
Hey, you get a wand from Cinderella. Oh yeah, Daisy. She loves signing autographs.
Hi there, young man. I'm Daisy. Glad to meet you. Was Donald upset? Well, today I think it's because he's missing his favorite hat. I hope you can find it.
Again, let's do the usual 5 things now, because you have to take a picture.
Oh my, this never gets old. Here you go. Thanks again. Come on, let's dance. You're just adorable. Ta-ta. Good luck finding Donald's hat. Cute outfit. Oh, adorable. Gosh, it's like a style parade.
So, Mr. Mouse has moved down this side. Let's see if we can get his picture.
Hopeless, I got an idea. Copy me.
Apparently that's how we copy him. So I mentioned the money and I alluded to the shop earlier but then got distracted, so let's go see the shop.
Welcome to the Emporium. If you're interested in a new top, I've got plenty to choose from.
So, as I say, to get a signature of a Disney character, you must buy an autograph book. In reality, they will sign anything you take to them as long as it's not offensive or any other major issues. But as I say, for the purposes of the game, if you want to get a signature from a hero or Winnie the Pooh characters or Alice in Wonderland characters or whatever, you must have their book. And their books ain't cheap. I'm assuming you're on about Daisy, right, and not using my back to lean on. So what we're going to do, we're going to just buy any autograph books we can as and when we can.
You have a wonderful sense of style. You have a wonderful sense of style. You've made a great decision. You have a wonderful sense of style.
And now I don't have enough money for any more, so we'll leave it at that. And it's the same for photo albums. You can only take a picture of a character if you have their photo album. And also Discovery photo album. Otherwise it won't store those photos anywhere. So actually those photos I've just done with Donald and Mickey and Daisy are a waste of time. Not so I've totally forgotten about that. But never mind, we'll come back and do them later. So now we're going to find Donald's hat.
Betty's wondering if we're done yet.
I'm just going to put this camera away because there's no point having it out at the minute.
We need more time.
Now there's something new.
Didn't you say you wanted to make Ruby?
Why, hello.
There's a nice bouncing symbol. So this is telling you this is a good place to take a photo. At least I think it is anyway. So let's... Oh. You've got to be in exactly the right place so it won't take the photo. And this of the partner statue. This is a classic photo in Disney, in any Disney park to take. Here's one for the entrance to Discoveryland. Now these photos count towards your 100% completion of the game. So as long as you've got the photo album and you take the photo just right, and I presume you can pose with the Kinect as well, you will get towards the completion of the game.
Let's go to Frontierland next.
Right, time to venture off Main Street and towards Fantasyland. So this here is Matterhorn Mountain. When it first opened, and quite a long time after, they used to have snow climbers up at the top, to the point where they actually have a breakout area at the top, specifically for them.
Alice in Wonderland, let's go!
Not very nice, I'm going to the Matterhorn. Which actually has a basketball hoop in it.
Come on, there's a matter.
There was a room it had a full-size basketball court, but there isn't enough room for that in that space. So here we go for our first attraction. We've already changed our clothes for appropriate attire. And this is where what happens in the ride isn't quite the same as what happens on the game. Isn't quite the same, is a long way from the truth, let's be honest.
Look out!
Sorry about that. Say, are you ready to hit the slopes? Hold on tight now. This wind will blow your ears back.
In reality, this is a bobsled roller coaster.
What? Let's go.
Clearly, this is not a roller coaster.
Look out! Big drop ahead. You see? Oh, boy, I found you. We gotta hit that slow. Whoa! Don't worry. I'll find you.
Now, of course, in reality, you would not be able to jump a bobsleigh like this. But then this is Disneyland. It's all about fantasy.
What dog? You got it.
You get. Okay.
You see? Nothing to it. Oh, gorge. I'm sure Donald's hat is up here on this mountain somewhere. We just gotta find it.
Yep. Got a load of Yeti-style monsters.
Watch out! Yeti!
They're not happy with us, apparently.
Look, there it is. Donald's hat. See if you can grab it. You did it!
So that was the main task we went to there for.
You're gonna be happy.
That was not the task we went to there for.
Careful now. Don't run into any icicles.
Like that, Goofy.
You see? Nothing to it.
I didn't tell it to do that, so I don't know what that was all about.
Come from? Keep throwing them snowballs.
Keep throwing them what snowballs? Oh, wow!
That's showing them.
Oh, okay. I didn't realise you could throw snowballs.
What the? You got to look out below.
Okay.
Great job finding that hidden Mickey. I never would have thought to look there. Incoming! You see? Nothing to... Guess it got lost there for a second. Gosh, sure is quiet here. Hope there ain't any Yetis! Look out! Avalanche!
So, 5 stars, but I only found 1 out of the 4 hidden Mickeys in there. Now, I've already found what I needed to find in this case, which was Donald's hat. So I'm going to have a different stream for going through some more of the attractions. So for now we'll return to the park. Swish leaving 3 comments while I was on that. Indoor skiing, pretty much, yeah. It's not in real life, unfortunately. Those coins are so not the racing line. Excuse me, I don't believe there's meant to be a racing line. But you learn something new every game, yes. I think I probably had known about the snowballs before, but I wasn't aware of them at this point. That's interesting, actually. Let me go back to that. You hear the announcements in the background just then, which has just disappeared as I was talking about it. Come on, talk again. Anyway, there was an announcement just then, which is...
Let's wave! Wave! Wave!
That's pretty much the announcement they do in Disneyland itself, I believe. Anyway, so let's move on. So it's telling me to go up there, but I know it doesn't really matter which way I go. There's coins up here, though.
Go on, get a royal signature.
Now that music strikes fear into my heart. Because that can only mean one thing. It's the happiest cruise that ever sailed. It's a small world. Oh. And yes, It's a Small World is playable.
Gotta go on, It's a Small World.
Go on, let's talk to Karen.
Here's a fact that most people don't know. The drawbridge on Sleeping Beauty's castle has been lowered only twice. Once on opening day, and again in 1983, when the new Fantasyland opened. Now you've got a cool story to tell your friends.
Interesting, I didn't realise that drawbridge could open and close, but apparently it can. So, into Toontown.
So many questions to ask.
Welcome to Mickey's Toontown. Thank you for visiting Mickey's Toontown. Now that normally says Toontown will close at whatever time, or Toontown opens at whatever time. But obviously, this game is open whenever you open it. Be a tune for the day. Join Mayor Mickey Mouse at City Hall in the honorary Toontown Citizen Ceremony at 9:20 AM. Interesting, I didn't see that when I was there. Anyway, this entrance here specifically, that in real life is Roger Rabbit's Toontown Spin. Obviously, there was a bit of a licensing issue when they did this game, and they didn't put it into the game. Real shame, but that's how it goes, isn't it? Photo we can take. Don't mind if I do.
There's a really nice carousel over there. Give it a whirl.
Take the picture.
Wow! Toontown's gonna have lots of company today.
And these are fast pass kiosks for Roger Rabbit's Toontown Spin, which you can just about make out the sign for it there. That's a very low-res version of it, but that is a symbol of Roger Rabbit's Toontown Spin at the top there.
Pretty impressive, huh?
I'm going to stop saying Roger Rabbit's Toontown Spin. And we mentioned hidden Mickeys before. Well, here's one. Not so hidden, really, but I get the sentiment. This is one where you've actually got to turn using the right stick to point towards where you want to take the picture. Just to show, I found a hidden Mickey. and there's 14 in this area. So we'll come back and do that another stream as well. I think what we'll
Look like
do
you're having fun.
in terms of streams, for the most part, is they'll be following the adventure, which, well, and also picking up coins wherever I see coins, of course. So all the characters have moved into Toontown now. I think that means they will have left Main Street, but I'm not sure. We'll find out as and when. We'll go back that way. And, hello Donald, where's your hat?
Hey, check in with me more often, okay? My hat. I sure do appreciate it. Okay, time for a picture with my favorite hat. My campaign begins.
Vote for Donald.
Donald. Hey, we look great. What a great picture! I even get the mayor. Oh, brother! The picture's from Mickey, but he's my opponent. Well, okay, you can give it to him. Bye-bye! Say hello to Mickey. I can stay.
Okay, so I think I've given a reasonable overview of the game up to now. What I'm going to do, we're going to talk to Mickey now, and then I think we'll probably end for today. Just a few things to sort out by end, well, obviously the current situation.
Gosh, you really came through.
Nothing
for me,
to
pal.
worry about, by the way,
photo
just
album's
little bits
complete.
and bobs that
What
keep
a
popping
great
up.
surprise for Minnie. Oh, you know what? I got an idea. Since you helped me so much, I'd like you to give the album to Minnie. That'll be an even bigger surprise. Bye-bye. Don't forget about Minnie's photo album.
It's not exactly far to go there, so let's just finish this off.
Oh, it's for me? Why, that's so sweet. And you helped Mickey, didn't you? Oh. Well, I have a little something for you, too.
Ah, we got Mickey's photo album. Oh no, we just received a photo album, okay.
Here's a kiss to send you on your way. Mwah! Oh, my. Look at all the happy
Oh,
faces.
and a
Have fun, everyone.
pin. Don't know why I had to think about that. So let's just see what photo album we've got. Photo passes. No, we've already got that. That's different. Snapshots. Mickey and Friends. There we go. So this is where you take pictures of the characters, and yeah, the pictures appear in there. With that said, though, I believe we do not have a current mission. No, we do not, which makes this a good time to say, yeah, that we're done. So, with that in mind, I think it is time that I do leave you for today. Now, Swish has been in the chat talking throughout this, so he's going to be live with one of the less family-friendly streams, a game called Danganronpa V3 at 8 o'clock. So, by all means, go see his channel in the next hour and give him a watch, and I'm sure I'll be in his chat at that point then. And until the next time, I'll see you soon. Good night.